All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check out. 390. I got it. Check 50. Check 50. Switch. Reggie. Motion. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Ready.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Get him. Check. Lucky. Watch it.
Just beating the play clock is locked. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Shift. Check the backer.
Now Luck. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
go. 90. Check. Watch the eye. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, Love. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
What? 315. Check. 59. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
59. Mike the 59. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. 40. Good touch.
Now Wilson on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Houston. Julio Jones, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back. Check 13. Shoot. Spot on.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike. Check out. 5, 6, 5. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Quo. Tricky's the mark. I got it. Check out.
Third and long. It's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Green 80. Mike 59. Hey, watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Line 90. 53. Mike. Come on, come on. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert. 66.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson is complete to Jones. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Green 80. Check 53. Rabbit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check here.
Now it's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air. Frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Alert, alert, alert. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check. Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, kid.
Here's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Caught by Jones. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Titans' 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Myles Garrett, and that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check, bumps it. I got 83. I got 85.
To throw is line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Back to throw, Love. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Love. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, Find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
That's good. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
On 1st down, Lindsey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Here we go. Under 10. 10. Check.
Wilson. And he's got a man. It's the former Titan, Jared Cook. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 3.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 14, got it.
Here's Wilson throwing again. Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind.
He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Tennessee.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
What? 280. 12. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Tighten up. He's checking. Crash.
On third down, Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
Watch twins.
Run left.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
57, 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check 4, check 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Jones has it. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Good, 4 down, 4 down. Check 59, Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey trying to run inside, but nothing there. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Waiting. 58. Come on, D.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Waiting. 25. 58, boy, 58, Mike. On. Shift. Check 3.
To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One fluff. Be ready. Hey, check.
Now it's Wilson. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's just me. Zebra. 57. Mike, 57. 57 to Mike.
To throw again is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jared Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. Now a hit and a loose football. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st down, Wilson. This complete to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Check. 380.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Stop your whining.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Mike's 59. Let's get the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On first down, it's Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
SOS. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Locke. The Sanders has got it complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Run, 675.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 35.
Now Locke. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you.
Here's Wilson to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I know you felt that one.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Check.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Double count right here, double count.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass. Check safety. Whip.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Now Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
11 big. Mike 50.
They snap it to Love. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
On first down, it's Lindsey down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Another run by Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check 31, check 31.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A shotgun snap for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
57 to Mike. Army. 57. Mike, 57.
He learned. I'm about to take you to school.
Jack. Deuce.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time.